This isn't just a fluffy celebrity feud. The actual story is, I think, a lot darker and a lot more complex than that.
All right, this is about to change everything you thought you knew about Hollywood's golden couple. Because behind all those picture-perfect red carpet moments and playful interviews, something way messier has been brewing.
Blake Lively developed some feelings for Justin Baldoni. Ryan Reynolds is now abusing his wife. That's scary. That's narcissism.
Ryan Reynolds and Blake Lively? Yeah, they look like the dream team. But what if I told you their marriage isn't just hitting a rough patch, but is actually on the verge of total collapse? And at the center of it all, a bombshell emotional affair, a shocking lawsuit, and a man that just might be the real reason Ryan Reynolds is spiraling right now. Sounds insane, right?
He's basically saying, I will burn down my entire house. I will burn down your career.
But trust me, when you hear what's really been going down between Blake, Ryan, and Justin Baldoni, this whole situation takes a turn you won't see coming. And by the time we're done, you'll never look at their marriage the same way again.
Is Blake Lively a beard? Like, is she there just to produce kids and to give them that family image?
Let's get into it. Blake Lively and Ryan Reynolds have long been celebrated as one of Hollywood's most enchanting couples. Their playful banter on social media and affectionate red carpet appearances painted a picture of marital bliss. Fans admired their seemingly unbreakable bond, believing them to be the epitome of couple goals. However, the dynamics began to shift during the filming of It Ends With Us.
They're constantly making gay jokes, trying to kiss each other on camera.
Blake Lively, starring alongside director and actor Justin Baldoni, reportedly developed a close friendship with him. Insiders noted their genuine affection and camaraderie on set, sparking whispers about the nature of their relationship. What started as quiet industry whispers took a much darker turn when Blake Lively dropped a bombshell lawsuit against Justin Baldoni.
We are observing is essentially a ticking time bomb, a timer on Ryan Reynolds' ego.
Accusing him of sexual harassment during the production of It Ends With Us. It was a move that immediately shifted the narrative, turning what some had brushed off as on-set chemistry into something far more serious. But Baldoni didn't just deny the allegations. He fought back with full force.
Blake Lively has nothing to do with what is happening. Her husband has come undone. Blake Lively developed some feelings for Justin Baldoni.
He filed a defamation lawsuit not just against Blake, but also against Ryan Reynolds, alleging that the entire situation was nothing more than a calculated smear campaign designed to destroy his career. Baldoni's legal team argued that the harassment claims weren't just exaggerated, they were completely fabricated.
Has happened to her. She has, been in love with Penn Badgley from, Gossip Girl, then she got with Ryan Reynolds.
A strategic play to protect Blake's image and shift public sympathy in her favor. Suddenly, the conversation wasn't just about whether Baldoni had crossed a line. It was about who was actually telling the truth. Was this a case of a powerful Hollywood actress standing up for herself in the wake of misconduct? Or was Baldoni the real victim?
Intense year. This morning I sent a text message. I had anxiety.
Why is that?
Caught in the crosshairs of an industry couple desperate to protect their brand. As the lawsuits piled up and the media frenzy intensified, the battle lines were drawn. This wasn't just a legal dispute, it was a full-scale war for public perception. And with reputations, careers, and even personal lives at stake, the question wasn't just who would win, it was who would survive.
Ryan Reynolds, how's it going?
Great. Why? What have you heard?
Ryan Reynolds wasn't about to sit back and watch the drama unfold. He took matters into his own hands in a way that sent shockwaves through Hollywood. Instead of issuing a carefully crafted PR response or letting his lawyers handle it behind closed doors, Ryan went all in, publicly branding Justin Baldoni a predator. It was a move that took the feud from whispers and rumors to full-scale war, and it didn't take long for Baldoni to fire back.
Hi, I'm Justin Baldoni, and I just want to share something with you that I've been thinking about. For as long as I can remember, I have struggled with anxiety.
Baldoni wasted no time hitting Ryan where it hurt, his reputation and his bank account. He responded with a jaw-dropping $400 million defamation lawsuit, claiming that Ryan's accusations were not only false, but deliberately malicious, designed to destroy his career and credibility. According to Baldoni's legal team, this wasn't just a case of heated words. It was character assassination on a massive scale.
You're a nice guy. you know? You're just such a nice guy. You're
So nice.
The nicest guy.
So funny. Like, he's funny from a deep, deep place of insecurity.
But Ryan wasn't backing down either. His legal team countered with the argument that his statements were protected under free speech, adding another layer of complexity to the already tangled legal battle. If the court sided with Baldoni, it could set a precedent that would change the way Hollywood power players wield their influence in public feuds. If they sided with Ryan, it could reinforce the idea that in the entertainment industry, words are weapons, and no one is off limits.
At the SNL 50th year reunion. And I think not just that they appeared there, but were involved in the show in a way where they were poking fun.
With hundreds of millions of dollars and reputations on the line, this wasn't just another celebrity lawsuit. It was a battlefield, and the world was watching, waiting to see who would come out on top. But as the case escalated, one thing became increasingly clear. This was no longer just about justice. It was about control. The media landscape exploded with heated debates, dissecting every twist and turn of the unfolding scandal. News outlets pumped out analysis after analysis, while social media became a battleground of speculation, accusations, and conspiracy theories.
Being raised as a boy here in America, I was socialized and almost brainwashed to believe that showing vulnerability was a sign of weakness.
But perhaps the most unexpected force in this drama? The rise of the so-called mommy sleuths. These online investigators, mostly self-proclaimed social media detectives, began scrutinizing Blake's every move, from her carefully crafted Instagram posts to the subtlest changes in her body language at public events. What started as casual celebrity gossip quickly turned into a full-blown digital inquisition, with users combing through old interviews, dissecting red carpet footage, and analyzing past relationships to paint a picture of Blake as the master manipulator of it all.
Why is that? I haven't talked about this yet, but
Some claimed she had carefully orchestrated the narrative to protect her image, using Ryan's influence to crush Justin Baldoni's career. Others insisted she was merely a victim, caught in the crossfire of a much larger battle between two powerful men. Either way, the online obsession only fueled the fire, making it nearly impossible for anyone involved to escape the relentless public scrutiny.
On February 7th, the actor-director appears in a teaser for the Gents podcast, seemingly getting emotional.
But as the internet continued its deep dive into Blake's past, the real question became, was this a case of well-intentioned internet sleuthing exposing hidden truths? Or was the narrative being shaped by something far more calculated, perhaps even manipulated by forces behind the scenes? One thing was certain, the court of public opinion was already reaching its own verdict, long before the legal battles even had a chance to play out. Amidst the whirlwind of lawsuits, emotional betrayals, and public scrutiny, an unexpected name kept surfacing.
I didn't know it until I started to do somatic work, to get into my body, to actually feel my feelings.
Hugh Jackman. Ryan Reynolds' long-standing friendship with the X-Men star had always been a source of entertainment for fans, filled with playful trolling, cheeky insults, and lighthearted banter. But as the chaos in Ryan's personal life grew, people started looking at this dynamic in a new light.
All these people, they're on set, and their job is to sell that they're falling in love. And a lot of times, as we see with actors and actresses, it actually happens. And there's no question in my mind that Blake Lively caught real feelings for Justin Baldoni.
For 17 years, Ryan and Hugh's camaraderie had been a constant, a seemingly unshakable bond that stood apart from the messiness of Hollywood drama. While Ryan's marriage to Blake was being dissected under a microscope, his friendship with Hugh appeared to be the one relationship untouched by scandal or strain.
What is happening now, in my view, is Ryan Reynolds is now abusing his wife.
The contrast was impossible to ignore. As rumors about Ryan's personal struggles escalated, speculation about his connection with Hugh took on a different tone. Some began to question just how deep their bond really went. Was this just another Hollywood bromance? Or was there more beneath the surface?
He's using, this is like litigation abuse. He is trying to inflict pain. Again, this is my perspective, pain and punishment, because he has come undone, realizing that she had some sort of like an emotional affair with Justin Baldoni.
Was this unwavering friendship simply a genuine connection between two longtime friends? Or was it an escape from the pressures of Ryan's unraveling marriage? Despite the mounting curiosity, both Ryan and Hugh remained unfazed, brushing off the theories and maintaining that their relationship was rooted in mutual respect and admiration.
The way this lawsuit describes is like they were riding into the night together. She was like laughing until she was crying. And again, he's got this on camera. The way that he just dropped that scene on camera. So Ryan knows that there is.
But in an industry where every friendship, feud, and romance is scrutinized, one thing was certain. This wasn't the last time their names would be linked in the ongoing saga of Ryan Reynolds' personal life. The strain on Blake and Ryan's marriage became a relentless topic of public speculation, with fans and media alike dissecting every move, every statement, and every public appearance for clues about what was really happening behind the scenes.
And the fact that Ryan is now trying to get a gag order as opposed to ending the lawsuit.
With lawsuits piling up, media scrutiny intensifying, and personal grievances spilling into the spotlight, the pressure on their relationship reached an all-time high. Yet, despite the chaos, they continued to present a united front. Red carpet appearances, carefully worded social media posts, and their signature playful exchanges gave the illusion that everything was fine.
Means that he has not yet come to terms with his ego. That's scary. That's narcissism, right? Like that is not a relationship you want to be in, because he's basically saying, I will burn down my entire house.
Or at least that they wanted the world to think it was. But was it all just damage control? For every moment of online banter, there were just as many subtle signs that cracks were forming. Their interactions seemed more calculated than carefree. Their carefully curated posts more like strategic PR than genuine glimpses into their personal lives. Was this an attempt to silence the rumors, or simply a delaying tactic before the inevitable truth came to light?
I will burn down your career, and I will burn down my career, and I will also inflict pain upon our children.
Hollywood is no stranger to power couples keeping up appearances while their private lives unravel behind closed doors. But with the entire industry watching, waiting for the next twist in this unfolding drama, one question lingers. How long can they keep up the act before the weight of it all finally forces the truth to the surface? As of now, the legal battles continue to unfold. With court dates looming in the coming months, both sides are digging in their heels, refusing to back down, as the case grows more complex with each passing revelation.
He can't win it. This is an unwinnable lawsuit. The biggest loser in all this, by the way, is the New York Times. Like, how stupid. I mean, it must have been a phone call. They have to settle this. There's no way that he lost things. Justin Baldoni has real damages.
What started as whispers of on-set chemistry has escalated into a full-blown legal and media war, with reputations, careers, and even personal lives hanging in the balance. The entertainment industry is watching closely, not just for the drama, but because the outcome of this case could set major precedents for how Hollywood handles allegations, power struggles, and the blurred lines between personal and professional relationships. Could this reshape the way celebrity scandals are covered? Or will it all get buried under the next big headline?
To make sure that Justin Baldoni could never work in Hollywood again, that person was Ryan Reynolds, okay?
Meanwhile, Blake and Ryan are pushing forward, keeping up appearances and trying to maintain some sense of normalcy. They're attending events, working on projects, and posting their usual playful banter online. But behind the scenes, the pressure is mounting. And with the public and media dissecting their every move, the question remains, how much longer can they keep up the facade before the cracks finally give way? This saga serves as a poignant reminder that the glittering facade of Hollywood often conceals complex personal struggles.
And I am not a Blake Lively fan. I think this snowballed and it spiraled, and she basically just had to let her husband, whatever it was that he saw, and he finally caught on to this quote unquote emotional affair. Again, I'm giving my opinion, having now read the documents. It sent him into a kind of rage.
Ones that are carefully hidden beneath the glamour, the red carpet smiles, and the perfectly curated social media posts. It's easy to believe in the fairy tale, to buy into the polished narratives sold to us by the industry and the media. But when cracks begin to show, we're faced with a reality that's far more layered, unpredictable, and sometimes even darker than we imagined.
Because all I care about is harming Justin Baldoni as opposed to maybe trying to work through whatever it was in your relationship.
The truth is, every headline is just a piece of the puzzle, carefully crafted to fit a particular narrative. What we see is often only what we're meant to see, leaving out the nuances, the untold emotions, and the real motivations behind the actions of the people involved. And when careers, reputations, and millions of dollars are on the line, the truth becomes even harder to separate from fiction. This entire ordeal raises uncomfortable but necessary questions. How much control do celebrities really have over their own stories? How much is orchestrated behind the scenes to maintain power, protect egos, or salvage careers? And perhaps the most intriguing of all, how often do we, as the public, unknowingly take part in these narratives, playing right into the hands of those who seek to manipulate perception? At the heart of it all, we're left to wonder, how well do we truly know the stars we idolize? Where does their public persona end and their private reality begin? And if we ever got to see the full picture, would we even recognize them at all?